Hello. I'm so glad you were able to get here. I understand your frustration, but you're not alone. Just in the first 3 months of 2023, 96,000 foreclosures were filed. People are facing their not just their home, but their wealth being taken away from them in this particular season. And so I've gone through this and wanted to reach back and try to help some people navigate through these waters because it's I can understand the frustration, and sometimes you'll make decisions to do certain things that you'll look back and say, well, if I had to do that again, I would do something different. So I realized that there are three things that will help you in a season like this. And the first being is having a plan, being able to slow yourself down and says, okay, what is it that I really want out of this situation? Do I want to keep my home? Do I want to sell it? If I do want to sell it, what are some questions that I need to consider? Where am I, in the foreclosure process? I understood that I found out through this process that it generally takes 120 days before the mortgage company will begin to file foreclosure proceedings on your behalf, or just send information to their attorney, and they'll start that process. But again, in order for you to craft your plan, you need to be able to get legal information specifically relative to your particular situation. And so one of the things that I'm going to share with you just in word right now, but if you check your email, you're going to get an email as to how you can get access to a law firm so that they can give you the answers that you need. Now, when I say the access, it's well within your budget. It'll be well within your budget to be able to get access to this law firm. And I highly recommend this process. I went through this, and that was the single most important investment, the single most important thing that I could do was to be able to pick up my phone, schedule a consultation with an attorney, and get my questions answered about my particular situation. And it wasn't just a one-time conversation. If I needed them to evaluate contracts, if I needed to evaluate agreements, I had that ability to be able to do that for a very small fee. So that being said, check your emails and you'll get information about that. That being said, the one pager is designed for you to help formulate your plan. The top part is the video. Obviously, the video on the top left is what you're looking at now. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to get some additional information as to how the foreclosure process is generally done and what you can do in lieu of foreclosure and some things you need to consider as you come out of this as far as sticking to a budget or creating a budget and paying down your debts and things of this nature. Towards the bottom of that is some government information so that you can contact the government to see if there's any type of programs that is applicable for your particular area in your particular situation. Now, on the right-hand side, there's the big blue button at the top here. It says Save Your Answers. Well, the reason save your changes. Your changes are you will be able to answer these questions and make notations in these particular blocks. By going through and answering these questions, you'll be able to formulate your plan as to how you want to move forward, whether you want to save your home or whether you want to sell it. Because you may be at a season in your life where you say, you know what, I was thinking about selling it at this time for whatever reasons you're motivated to do it. And so, maybe this is a good time for me to sell it and move forward. So you're able to scroll down and answer the various questions to help you begin to formulate your plan. One of the questions that I wanted to bring some clarity that says test the market, then repair. A particular real estate agent gave me this advice. I didn't take it. Looking back, I think it was one of the best advice I could have taken that will save me literally thousands of dollars in repairs and just months in time and energy for the work that was done that I did myself. And test the market means hiring a real estate agent, find out whether or not they are capable, what type of marketing plan do they have that will give you the greatest amount of exposure, and put your house on the market and see what price it'll bring. And if whatever offers that you receive, they will offer you, they'll come back with you after the home inspection and say, well, if these things are repaired or they give us a concession for these repairs that needs to be done, we'll purchase the home. If your home is 10, 15 years old, maybe your particular decor doesn't fit with the buyer's decor, but they like the house, the location, may like the schools, they may like the design of the size of the home, whatever that they're looking for that fits their particular criteria. But nevertheless, the design or the color of the walls may not be something they want. So rather than put all that time into doing the repairs yourself, you can let the buyer determine what type of repairs needs to be done, and it will save you a lot of time. I know I spent overall 5 months in doing repairs and upgrades to this home, and after 5 months, because of the time limit and the foreclosure process starting to move along, there was enough time to get the visibility and exposure for us to be able to get offers. And so at the end, I resulted to selling it to a corporate buyer, an iBuyer, that did not give me the best price for the equity that I had built up in the property. So I just want to share that with you, that you can, if you're in that situation, you can utilize the answers that you put in this particular one pager to craft your plan. Some other things to point out: garage sales, something so easily overlooked. There are dollars in your attic. There's dollars in your storage. If it's been there more than 2 years, these items you probably could sell and generate some income. But and towards the end, I'm scrolling down because I want to show you. Don't want you to miss this. Your action checklist. It's going to sum up a lot of the answers that you've already entered in and saved, so that you can come back to this one page at any time you want to, and realize what is the plan that I'm going to utilize in order to deal with this situation. And so as you go through the checklist, as you can see, once you do that, it'll check off that particular situation there, that particular item. Now, so this is the one pager. I hope that you find value in it. I pray that God gives you strength and grace to go through it. I promise you, if you wake up each day, take a minute to breathe, and put one foot in front of the other with a plan intact, you will be able to get through this and move into your life in the direction that you chose. Again, check your email. You'll get some additional information that I promise you, for if you need to figure out how I'm going to replace my income. Within that email, there's conversation about a little bit more in detail as to what I experienced throughout this process, but more importantly, what you can do to move your life along and get the results out of it that you want. Again, I understand and how difficult this can be for you in this particular time, but you'll get through it, and life will be good again. So be blessed. Have a good evening.